Meet David. At 32 years old, he maintained a perfectly normal exterior, but internally, he was navigating his daily routine as a ghost. His baseline physical reality consisted of persistent chronic fatigue, a dense brain fog made focusing at work nearly impossible, and an unexplained physical weakness regularly left him entirely bedridden by the time the weekend arrived. He was successfully hiding a complete physical and mental breakdown behind the illusion of everyday normalcy. To his friends and colleagues, he was holding it together. Overstimulation and unchecked modern habits systematically drain a man's vitality. They leave no visible external scars, but over time, they hollow out the body from the inside. The most devastating toll was completely private. Severe erectile dysfunction and premature exhaustion were actively destroying his confidence and dismantling his relationships. He felt stripped of his masculinity. When he took his chronic fatigue and sexual dysfunction to doctors, conventional medicine responded with the standard protocol. They wrote prescriptions and handed him pills. Those medical interventions resulted in complete failure. The medication masked a few symptoms temporarily, but it sparked zero real physical or psychological recovery. This animated diagram illustrates a crucial diagnostic realization. His body wasn't clinically broken. If we picture his energetic capacity as a systemic reservoir, it was draining significantly faster than his body could recharge it. He was suffering from a massive depletion of core life force. When physical and sexual breakdowns stubbornly resist standard medical treatments, the root cause is an energetic vacuum. Pharmaceutical pills cannot fill a void created by continuous biological exhaustion. Hitting absolute rock bottom forced David to abandon modern medical routes. He began digging into forgotten texts and ancient physiological wisdom to find a way out. He discovered two core disciplines designed to halt this exact type of energy drain: the ancient practice of semen retention, combined with the modern NoFap framework. He committed to a strict chronological 90-day reset protocol. The objective was simple but grueling: fully cut off the continuous draining of his vital energy and allow the reservoir to refill. This line graph tracks dopamine levels during those initial weeks. Stopping habitual behaviors halted the chemical drips, resulting in a drastic crash. The lack of stimulation created intense friction. Erratic, sharp spikes emerge here, representing psychological cravings attempting to break the newly stabilized baseline. Achieving a true physiological reset requires passing through this painful withdrawal phase. Decoupling the brain from chronic overstimulation is agonizing, but entirely necessary to stabilize the nervous system. Simply abstaining is a losing battle. White-knuckling through the urges inevitably leads to relapse. True recovery requires replacing those urges with forced active discipline. David learned the crucial concept of active transmutation. Instead of letting his unspent energy stagnate and build into anxiety, he actively redirected it into intense physical and mental pursuits. He incorporated deliberate physical shock tactics to jolt his system out of its lingering fog. He forced himself into freezing cold showers every morning. He also integrated deep rhythmic breathing exercises, pulling heavily from ancient pranayama and modern breathwork techniques. This anatomical schematic demonstrates exactly what those breathing exercises do mechanically. Deep rhythmic breathing physically regulates his heart rate, forces oxygenated blood flow throughout his tissues, and effectively calms the distressed central nervous system. Overcoming profound biological depletion requires halting the daily energy drain and actively forcing the body into a new state of internal circulation and calm. By day 60, the brain fog had lifted. David was no longer struggling to finish a workday. He was finishing 5-mile runs and heavy lifting sessions with energy to spare. The systemic biological payoffs were immense. The mysterious weekend illnesses that used to keep him bedridden completely vanished as his immune system fully rebounded. His reproductive health saw a complete restoration. The erectile dysfunction reversed, bringing back morning wood and replacing his premature exhaustion with unshakable physical stamina. This chart displays the underlying hormonal shift driving these changes. We can clearly see his testosterone levels recovering from a severe deficit and finally maintaining a healthy, sustained baseline across the 60-day mark. Restoring the body's natural energetic baseline forces the reversal of chronic physical and sexual symptoms. Conditions previously thought to be permanent begin to heal when the body finally has the fuel to repair them. The 90-day protocol serves as a deliberate intervention in the body's resource management. Semen retention functions as a foundational tool. It provides the necessary biological stability for a man to rebuild his health and his identity from the inside out. Recovering this physical foundation provided a grounded masculine energy. He stopped hesitating in difficult conversations and found the stamina to be fully present with his partner. Take a hard look at your own exhaustion. If you are constantly drained, anxious, and lacking drive, make the decision today to stop wasting your vital life force. Protect your core energy. Master your discipline. Learn to breathe. Fixing the internal foundation is how you stop being a ghost in your own life.